So, your last school year was terrible. You couldn't focus properly, you didn't learn anything, you wished you were somewhere else all the time. You didn't like that one teacher, and you didn't even like your classmates that much. And you didn't do as well as you wanted to in your exams either. I remember on the last day of school, it finally hit me. I just spent a whole year's worth of education, and now it was the end of that year. I look back and there's nothing that I'm particularly proud of, but that's okay because it's the start of the new school year. A clean slate, a fresh start, a new page in the book. Forget all the mistakes you made last year, the regrets of the things you did and you didn't do, because we're going to dominate this next school year and have the biggest turnaround imaginable. Here's what you're going to do to switch up this coming year, put it on a leash and dominate this school year of 2023 to 2024. Number 1, academics. When you think of school, the first thing you think of is academics, the studying part. And yes, obviously, make academics a goal, but don't make it the goal. Because too many students, and maybe this is you, they obsess over getting all 9s, all A stars. And that's fine if that's what you truly want. If you genuinely like learning and you genuinely want to go to university and you genuinely want to become a doctor, well, then you should focus on this because that's your goal. But it's almost like there's this brainwashing that's happening, which is saying that if you don't get good grades, you're a failure. You must go to university or you're a failure. You must become a doctor or you're a failure. So obviously I'm not trying to say fail your academics, but analyze your goals for your academics. Do you want all 9s, all A stars because it aligns with your goals, your purpose? Or just because everyone else is doing it and you feel like you have to do it just to fit in? And for most students, the most daunting part about this studying is that the sheer amount of time you're going to have to put in. We have to go to school almost every single day of the year. So to really dominate this school year, learn how to learn effectively and efficiently, because in the end, school, it's what's going to be taking up most of your time. So the way to handle academics this school year is to learn how to cut down the amount of time you're spending on your academics, because it's something that you have to do anyway. So why not learn how to do it properly without wasting hours and hours so it feels daunting and tedious? Learn it once and you'll be able to conquer it. So check out my study guide and my learning guide where I talk about how to spend minimal time but effectively grasp concepts easily and quickly so that academics isn't this daunting thing that's always looming over you. Number 2, co-curricular. People are willing to sacrifice their time and mental health just to fit in an extra co-curricular activity into their already packed schedule. And I know a friend who did 5 instruments and volunteered 2 times a week for 3 years of his life just because his parents wanted him to build up a good CV and he could write this all down in his personal statement. Do you think he was happy? He was miserable. And if you're somewhat of a dedicated student, you'll be guilty of this as well. Even me, I did orchestra, instruments and volunteering, all because we have to get that good CV, right? So look at your co-curricular activities and ask yourself either, is it giving you a good ROI, return on investment, or is it fun for you? Because if it checks neither of those boxes, it's not worth doing. But let's say something gives you a high ROI but you don't find it fun. That might be something that you want to keep doing. For example, getting tutored. Or something that's fun but that doesn't have a high ROI may also be worth doing because it's just good for your mental health and it's something that you just enjoy doing, such as kickboxing, martial arts for me. But most of the time there are those things that are sapping your mental health and time and you don't even enjoy it. You should quit these. And I know it's scary to try and quit something that you've invested so much time on. And it's even harder to talk to your parents, I want to quit this thing. But just like academics, think about where this goal came from. Was this goal really yours, or was it something that your parents said, something you saw on social media, the social pressure that you have to get into this high level university? Because at the end of the day, this time can be saved for you to do things that you're more passionate in, that will give you a higher ROI back, and also help you to feel less stressed and better mental health, which in the long run will be giving you the better results. And so this leads on to the third thing, mental health and your mentality. Everything ties in with your mental health and mentality, whether you know it or not. And to dominate this school year and become that student, you have to let go of the past. You failed a test last year and did badly, and so you keep calling yourself this person who can't learn, who's stupid, who's bad at maths anyways. But why are you doing this? What you think of yourself as is what you are. So if you're holding these negative identity traits, drop them and replace them with positive ones. I am someone who can learn. I am someone who gets good grades, because that gives you that room for you to become that person and you're not capping yourself. It's a clean slate. Why does the term an academic comeback exist? It's because you can come back. because you have the ability to turn yourself around. Also, if you're feeling too stressed and you feel that your mental health is dipping, it's most likely because A, you're doing things that you don't enjoy, in which case you should go back to the academics and co-curricular section to really scrutinize and see if this thing is worth doing and to reevaluate the goals for each one. Or B, you're spending too much time in each one because you're studying ineffectively. And so, as I said in my academic section, learn how to study so that you enjoy it and you can save time, because no one likes having to spend all day every day sacrificing time with their family and friends trying to study because you're just studying the wrong way. And the fourth one is relationships. No matter what other people, what self-improvement YouTubers say, cut everyone out, go full monk mode, friends are distractions, focus on yourself. Friendships are important, especially at this age. Meeting a wide array of people and working on your social skills is arguably even more important than your academics and how intelligent you are. Because imagine you have no friends in school because you cut everyone out because you want no distractions. But guess what? That's going to cause even more distractions, because wherever you go, you're going to have no one to talk to, which downs your mental health. You're going to be constantly thinking about what's that person thinking about me, and you're going to have no friends. Imagine what a miserable life that's going to be. And so I'm not saying make friends with everyone and go to their birthday parties and spend hours and hours investing into them. I'm just saying to make acquaintances, make friendships. Just having a circle of people wherever you go, at least one person that you can talk to, will make it so that you have a much more boosted mental health and actually look forward to school. Because if you don't go to school anymore, think back to what was the most fun moments you had, talking with your friends, just being around your friends. Because what's the point if you don't look forward to school, right? So smile at people and start conversations. You're making school more fun, improving your mental health, whilst also improving your social skills, which is an ever more valuable asset in this modern day and age. It's a win-win. And a side note to this is to also have good relationships with your teachers. And before you take this the wrong way, don't be that guy who's the teacher's pet and likes to suck the teacher's because no one likes them. But what I'm saying is you're going to be seeing these teachers for a year, maybe more. And so I get it. Sometimes they do something annoying and they tell you off when it wasn't your fault, and it's frustrating. And it's easy to go and make snide comments about them or to not listen to what they're saying in class. But at the end of the day, they're still teachers who are teaching you. So who's actually being harmed more by you not listening in lessons? You're just making it so that you're not going to be able to learn effectively. And so do it for yourself. Maintain good relationship with teachers. And as I said, don't take this the wrong way and give the teachers gifts like some people do and be a teacher's pet. Just have good relationships because it's only going to benefit you. Do it for yourself. And lastly, sleep. Nobody prioritizes sleep. How many times have you stayed up late, hours past the time you're meant to be sleeping because you're working on this assignment? But in reality, your sleep is much more important than the assignment. So what you have to do is set a time you're going to sleep every day. And when that time comes, you stop whatever you're doing. Because the reason that you're letting your assignment take priority is that you think that this assignment, you have to finish it and this is going to be more important than you getting sleep. But the thing is, nothing's more important than getting a good days of sleep. So when the time comes you decided you're going to sleep, whether that's 10 or 11, you stop everything. Because staying up later will actually harm you more in the long run. Do you really want to sacrifice the whole of your next day, your mood, your efficiency, your mental health, for what? If you had finished this project, what would you have gained? An A instead of a B? I promise you that your mood and sleep is so much more important than this. And the craziest thing is, most of the time, it's not the fact that the assignment took so long, it's because you spent hours procrastinating on your phone, watching Netflix when you should have been doing the work. You always have the time, you're just not utilizing your time properly. Don't lie to yourself. We all know that you were binging that K-drama or scrolling on TikTok. That was the real reason that you couldn't finish the assignment in time. In conclusion, do all 5 of these things to dominate your next school year. We all have to go to school for a year anyway, so why not make it the most fun, the most productive, and the best year?